Good morning, my friends. I'm Dorothy Morgan, professional astrologer. You can find me at dorothymorganastrologer.com. I've been practicing astrologer since 1988. So, hey, today we're going to talk about what a little bit of astrology for today, which is March 12th, Saturday, March 12th, and what it looks like for us. Then we'll get a little extra message from Spirit, from the Astro-Dice, and then even a little more from this deck of cards, Nature Spirit. It helps us to stay very grounded. I love it. Let me tell you, one of my funnest things, it's on my Facebook page, Dorothy Morgan. I found a thing from one of the local environmental companies. What is it called? Oh, shoot. Wildlife Refuge. There we go. Wow. There's a gap in that thought process. It's early. It's all the frogs in New England, and when they start peeping, and oh my God, go check it out. It is, 22 seconds of heaven. I want to keep it on a loop. I love that. That's just my thing. I love the sound of nature. It's just keeps me so grounded. Taurus rising here. So if you have earthy planets or angles that are earth, you're going to be pretty much loving nature. So that being said, let me share my screen with you. I want to get started on the astrology for today. That's not what I want. Let me get rid of that screen. Here we are. I mean, earthy, yes. However, we don't have a whole lot of that in this, just a little bit in the sky. There's absolutely no fire in these charts. The only time we have fire right now, and for quite a few months, is when the moon is moving through a fire sign. So there's usually, it feels like there's not a lot of action. And we don't even have, I've got hardly anything in cardinal signs, just Pluto. The moon is in there, not in a cardinal sign. So the main action here is the moon in Cancer. It's out of bounds. It's in its own sign. So that means we're really feeling lots of emotion, lots of feelings. We're sensitive, very, very sensitive, and may need extra self-care, and even your family, your children may need extra care today, and just extra understanding and compassion and love. And that is the moon making the trine aspect to Jupiter, as it is an applying aspect today on March 12th. So is the moon making that trine aspect to the sun and Neptune. And so that's a lot of water. They're coming closer and closer to making that trine aspect to the lunar south node. So that means a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings. We need caring, nurturing, understanding. And I'm going to stop that now. And if you want more astrology, come and join us on my Patreon group. Tier 4 is the best, but tier 3 gives us an awful lot, a lot. So come and check that out. A lot of content just for Patreon. So that's how you can come and financially support me and get something else too. The astrology dice have nothing to do with what's going on in the sky. However, we read the planet, the sign in the house that the dice roll up, and we just got the sun in Cancer in the 11th house. So that's how I interpret planets in an astrology chart, and that's how I interpret this right here. These astrology dice are fun. I used to do them when I was in the psychic fair realms decades ago. I used to use them a lot, and they were so much fun. So the extra message from Spirit that comes through the roll of this dice, the sun in Cancer, paying attention to what our needs are. And the sun will shine that light on it, right? The sun is obviously the sun. It'll shine the light on what's going on in home, family, emotions. Being that it's the 11th house, that tells me that this is about friends, groups, or acquaintances. So it could be that if this message is for you, it could very well be that you're involved in a group that feels like home, right? Family isn't always our blood. Actually, I've discovered most of the time it's the family we feel more supported by, the family we discover, we find they join us. So that's what that represents. So I want us to, somebody here somehow is thinking about, or many of us, I think about the groups I'm part of a couple of different spiritual groups on, Facebook groups and stuff like that. I run my own astrology group on Facebook. It's just, only about 20 people in it. I'm not one of those big companies that, have thousands. what does the cards want us to know today? Thunder drum. I like that one again. So that's about, again, being grounded. Since there's so much water in the sky, we got a really rainy day, rainy, foggy day out there in New Hampshire land. And so that represents, of course, all of the planets in Cancer and Pisces and everything I've already talked about on our sensitivities and nurturing and emotion showing up today. So here we have the thunder drum shows up. That's a good one. We've done this one before. Thunder drum is about making a stand, being heard, right? Being heard. And it's also about, because when you start beating that drum, it resonates. And when we beat those drums, it resonates and it changes our vibration. So it's about lifting that up. It can also represent, you know, how we sage. I don't usually burn sage in here in the space here because I'm not supposed to, so I don't. But I will play music that has a high vibration, a different vibration, and lots of times I'll play some chanting or the native drumming, shamanic drumming. And that's what thunder drum can be too, can help us to change the vibration of what's going on, especially if it's a very emotional day. So, and then the last thing, we've done this before, if you're feeling anxiety or not grounded, let me move the mic over. Right where your heart is, just that double beat, like the heart pumps, thump, 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 that helps us, that grounds us, and it gets us back into that present moment. If you don't want to do it over your heart, you can just do it right here at the sternum. That helps bring us like right back into now. There, that's my shirt. All right. I think that is our message for today. Everybody have a fantastic day whenever you're seeing this. And the way you can help and support me here on YouTube, remember, thumbs up, comment, share. Please share this to your groups. And it's helping. It's finally, after 7 weeks, my numbers are finally starting to grow. Just, a couple a day. But hey, growth is growth. And I love that these messages are getting out to more and more people. And that's my intention. So that's it for now. Blessings, everybody. I'm going to go do my laundry. Real mundane life too. Blessings, everybody. Greatest of love. Namaste.